do a quick live stream for you guys. And in this live stream, I'm going to walk you through the 4 steps to becoming a really, really good trader in the markets, and what you need to work on, what you need to improve on to keep moving forward in a big way when looking at the markets there. So let's get straight into it right now. I just want to make sure that everything's loading on my side here. All right, fantastic. So it looks like everything is loading. Everything is good on my side. Let me make sure that I've got everything going here as well. Alrighty, traders, alrighty. So in this session, I'm going to walk you through the top 4 things that you must do in order for you to become a really, really good trader in the markets. So top 4 things that you must focus on if you want to become a good trader in the markets. Before I start that, guys, got to start off with the typical disclaimer. Guys, do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this session today. There's no guarantees of making money in the markets. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. So be smart about the way that you're trading. And in this session, I'm going to walk you through the top 4 things to help you move forward. Also, guys, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you grab the free trial to my Master Trader Lab. I'm also giving away all of these 1, 2, 3, and then also 4, 5, 6 massive bonuses I'm giving away for free. And I'm giving all that so you can test the Master Trader Lab and plus grab all those bonuses at mastertraderlab.com to grab your free trial. Go do that right now. All right, guys. So what I want to do in this session here is I want to walk you through the top 4 things. The top 4 things the top 4 steps that you must do in order for you to start the crusher in the markets. Now, let me just mute that for a minute. So to make sure I can get the, alrighty, fantastic, guys, fantastic. All right, so it looks like we got, hey, Jack. Alrighty, guys, so let's actually get straight into today's session. And I want to walk you through the top 4 things that you must focus on if you want to start to move forward in a big way in the markets, and how to truly crush it in the markets. So let's get straight into it right now. The first thing, guys, I'm going to walk you through the very first 4 steps. I'm going to bring up my NASDAQ here. By the way, guys, if you guys are looking at the NASDAQ, what a beautiful downtrend that is. The market hasn't changed trend yet, guys. So if you think the market has changed, not yet. Follow the market. Trade what you see, not what you think, hope, or fear. All right, let's actually get straight into it right now. And what I want to do is I want to bring up a pencil here, and I'm going to walk you through the exact 4 steps that you need to do in order for you to start crushing it in the markets and start to do really well in the markets. Now, guys, this is what I'm teaching you right now is the result of my years and years, 15 years now of trading experience. Now, I know that just sounds like a number. Yeah, 15 years. Yeah, you day, big deal. But one thing I'm sharing with you right now is I've actually done really well for the markets, and there's times when I've done really bad in the markets throughout that time, and I can really bring it down to these 4 steps to really help you move forward in the markets. Now, the very first thing that we want to be looking at here is the very first thing over here. What we want to be looking at is you need to find your one simple edge, okay? So I'm going to call this SE, your one simple edge. Now, what a lot of people do in the markets when they're trying to trade the markets, what a lot of people try to do is they overcomplicate the process. They think they need 1,000 indicators. They think they need the special magic pill or the indicator or something out there that someone else has created to do well in the markets. The fact of the matter is, guys, is that what you want to be doing in the markets is you want to just keep it really simple in the market. You don't want to be trying to I guess what I'm trying to say is that the more complicated my system became, where I was trying to use all these indicators and I was trying to use the chart and so on and so forth, the worse my result was, right? The worse my result was. But once I started to apply just simple analysis to add the probability on my side, and I started removing all the indicators and focusing on the most important thing, which is the chart itself, that's when my success rate went up, and that's when my profits went up, and so on and so forth. So I would say focus on one simple edge, but try to have your trading system built around going with identifying who's in control at that time. So what I mean by that is that if we have a clear upward trend, like the market's making higher highs, higher lows, we know the highest probability trade is going to be going with that trend, or lower lows and lower highs. So you want to try to have a trading system. You want to try to have a trading system that's going to be wrapped around the highest probability trades, which is once you clearly defined a trend in place, then try to find good areas based on a plan to jump on that trend. Makes sense? Now, there's no 100% win-loss ratio in any market, in any system. But just by you removing all the indicators and you focusing on the market, it's like, hey, market, what are you doing? Because there's really only three things that can happen in the markets. We can have a clear upward trend, which means the buyers are in control. We can have a clear downtrend, which means the sellers are in control. Or we can just have a whole bunch of a mess. It means no one's in control. The buyers and sellers are fighting it out. Like if you look at gold right now, as an example, and you look at, say, the last sort of say, maybe 3 or 4 years on that weekly chart, there hasn't been really anyone in control. It's been going up, been going down, pretty much just sideways. There's no one clearly, that's the word, clearly in control. And so the way that I trade the markets to this day is I wait for someone to be clearly in control. The market's clearly making higher highs and higher lows. We have a clear trend, or lower highs and lower lows. Then I'm looking for some sort of a pattern that I won't get into my details on my trading system here, but then I'm looking for a pattern and an entry bar to jump on that trend. And so that's the very first thing there, is having one simple edge to help you move forward in the markets in a big way that way. So number two, which is probably the biggest thing that stops you from being forward, and it's never the trading system you have to worry about. It's the number two, which is your consistency, your discipline, and your patience. I guarantee you, if you are not doing well in the markets right now, it's going to come down to this second step here. It's not the first step. The first step, you can just learn that. That's pretty easy. See, I can teach with my private clients, by the way, guys. With my private clients, I teach them my trading system, right? I teach them how to look for a clear trend. I teach them the exact pattern I'm looking for, the exact entry bar and all that sort of stuff, right? I teach them that. But one thing that I have to do and that's why I do my weekly coaching with every single week with my coaching clients, because I help them stay consistent, stay disciplined. I help them stay patient while they're waiting for trades. That is the biggest things out there. See, it's never the trading system that gets you. It's your ability to be able to be, pretty much the last one there, patience, is the big one for you. So I guarantee you, if you're not doing well in the markets, it's never the trading system, but it's you not being consistent, you not being disciplined enough, and especially you not being patient enough in the markets there. So if you're serious about becoming a good trader in the markets, then you need to start looking at yourself. It's like, hey, where am I not? If I want consistent results, am I being consistent? If I want good results, am I being disciplined? And if I want to trade the best of the best setups in the markets, am I being patient? Now, I forget what I just said just there, but that sounded good. So write that down. Right? So that's number three there. And oh, by the way, guys, if you're interested in my coaching, just send me an email or contact me somehow, and then I'll see if you're interested in that coaching, the weekly coaching. Just let me see if I can fit you in to that weekly coaching with my trading system. But on the step number 3 here, okay, step number 3, which is what I call the improving process. All right, the improving process. So I call the I process. The record, the review, and the improve process. Record, review, and improve. I tell you right now, guys, that the number 3 here, record, review, and improve has been the single greatest tool in my arsenal to help me actually start to make progress in my trading. Now, here's what I mean. When you're trading the markets, right, you may be trading with a system. That's why you start with the system, and we always try to be consistent, disciplined, and patient. Now, the third step is that when we record every single trade, you put into a spreadsheet all the details of that trade. This is where I entered. This is where I got out. This is my thoughts about the trade. Here's a screenshot, so on and so forth. If you do that for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, if you do that, if you do the record, review, and improve process, you'll be able to look back over time. Okay, you'll be able to look back over time, and you'll be able to start to see, okay, because in the moment when we're trading, we can't see whether we're over trading, whether we're not sticking to good trades, or waiting for the good trades, and so on and so forth. So it's in the moment of us recording our trades, us reviewing our trades. And then what we need to do is after that, after 3 or 6 months, you will start to see where you need to improve on. Maybe it's your patience that you need to improve on. And that's what takes you back to step number 2, being patient. Maybe you're not being consistent enough. Record, review, and improve. Record, review, and improve. So the I is improve. That's where you say, okay, where do I need to improve on? If I want consistent results, am I really being consistent at showing up every day, or am I just showing up whenever I want to? So that's basically what the record, review, and improve process. That's going to really, really, really help you there when getting ahead of the markets. Now, one of the biggest things, guys, is that this is not a sexy topic, so to speak, but one of the things is that if you're serious about getting ahead in the markets, it's never about a quick fix. It's never about learning this one simple trick or anything like that. It's all about having a well-rounded approach to your trading, so you can grow overall. And then number 4, I actually forget what number 4 is. I'm just gonna say number 4 is smile while you're doing it. I forget number 4 now. So there are the 4 steps, guys, and I promise you, if you want to crush it in the markets, these are the 4 steps. It really does come back down to this. Have one simple edge. The one simple edge is have something that follows the market. The highest probability trades is when the market is actually moving in a direction. See, one of the worst things that we can do as traders is try to jump in the market when there's no one in control, right? When the market's just going sideways. We always think that there's something out there that's going to be the be all and end all to our trading. It's going to be this special magic trading system. The fact of the matter is, guys, the market only can do 3 things. It only can go up, down, or sideways. It really only can do that. And then we just got to know how the markets work and then operate around that way. And then apply consistency, discipline, and patience, and then record, review, and improve. And that's how you really start to grab the edge on your side, guys. And that's how you start. By the end of this year, you'll be able to start to actually make progress in the markets. Instead of you keep losing money and keep going backwards all the time, you'll be able to start to say, okay, this is how you actually get ahead. Like Ray Dalio says, right? Ray Dalio says, pain plus reflection equals improvement or progress, or whatever he says there. So that's the only way. And the number one thing to help you move forward is self-reflection. Because as I said before, when we're trading in the moment, we don't know whether we're sticking to the rules, whether we're being disciplined, whether we're being patient, or anything like that. But you want to be in that situation. You want to be there saying, okay, I'm recording, I'm reviewing, I'm improving. Because when you do that, especially when you do this once a month, you'll be able to start to see, okay, this is what's actually going on right now. This is how I can actually move forward in the markets in a big, big, big way here. And in 12 months from now, you want to be a much better trader. Then it comes back down to this. It comes back down to, it's never the trading system, okay? I guarantee you, if you're not getting consistent results, focus on you being more consistent. And one of the biggest things I was actually telling my private clients today, one of the biggest things that stops traders from moving forward is their ability to stop them from moving forward is actually their ability to actually be patient. That's the biggest thing out there. A lot of brand new traders, and I'm not sure where you are at this time, but a lot of new traders come into this market thinking that they've got to be on the next big hottest thing or the next boom or anything like that. And that is not true. What is true is if you want to be in this, if you want to be a trader for the rest of your life, you want to be if you want to be in the markets for the next 10 years, 20 years, well, it all comes back down to this other thing. Now, there's two types of people that are going to be listening to this training right now. The first person who says, "Get Nick, John, you don't understand. The market's manipulated. You can't even trade it. What are you talking about?" Okay. Is that you taking responsibility for what you can do? Or is that you just pointing the finger because maybe you just lost some money? Because I guarantee you, it doesn't matter what market you tell me. It's like, oh, the market's manipulated. That's why I lost money. All right, show me the chart. Oh, I lost money in gold, John, since 2011, and I just got sick of it. Okay, well, the market was going down. It was actually stepping down. The sellers were lowering their prices, but it's manipulated. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You were not in it. You were not being honest enough to say, okay, I just need to follow the market because you believed in the, and guys, I've done that. I've been there. I believed in the YouTube videos. I believed in the hype. I believed in the subscriptions. I believed in the newsletters. I believed in the white papers. I've done that. I've been there, done that. Multiple six-figure losses when I go through those periods. And that's where I'm looking at on the other end, on the other side of this now. And I'm saying, where do I, and going through this process, I realized that at the end of the day, it comes back down to the chart, because a white paper might be a white paper. Doesn't mean it's going to affect the price today. Remember, we trade the market, right? We trade the price. We trade the price. So the price, a fundamentally good company still can go through a pullback like it has been recently, right? There's a lot of really good companies out there that have gone through a massive pullback. And what you want to look at is you want to look at your trading as, that was number 4. Look at your trading as probabilities, guys. Probabilities. And you need to know roughly what is your success rate overall and what you can expect in the markets. Because what a lot of people do is like, oh, this has got a 70% success rate. And then you have 2 losses in a row. You're like, hang on a minute. I thought this was a successful system. Yeah, there's 30% of the time you're going to have a losing trade. You must accept that. And the fact that what a lot of traders don't understand is that you never know if you had a 70% success rate, you never know upfront whether the trade you're about to take today is going to be part of the 70% in the win ratio. You never know upfront which ones are going to be which ones are going to be part of. That's the hardest thing about us humans become part of the markets, is because if we have a system that gives us even an 80% win-loss ratio, heck, even a 90% win-loss ratio, that still means 10% of the time you're going to have a losing trade. So if I have a 90% win-loss ratio, which I do with my A+ setups, guess what? When I'm looking at the market, when I'm trading the markets, I'm going to take a trade today based on my trading plan. I don't know whether this trade is going to be part, that could be part of the 10% that actually is a losing trade. I don't know which part's going to be part of the win-loss ratio. And this is one of the biggest things that stops traders from moving forward, because they're trying to make money on every single trade, trying to make money quick, get rich quick, and so on and so forth. And you just trip all over yourselves. And before you know it, 6 months later, you're thinking, damn, why did I do this? Damn, why did I do this? And then from that process, you end up getting blown out of the markets. And then, you no longer hear anymore. I see a lot of people right now. I had one comment on my YouTube just recently, and they said, oh my goodness, John, I can't believe this. This volatility in the market's absolutely killing me. I'm taking my 401k and putting in cash. Firstly, that's a good idea. But the thing is that they're so scared of this market, right? Because they only believe this market's going to keep going up. They only believe this market's going to keep going up. So there are the 4 steps, guys, for you to start to really crush it this year. Where do you need to focus on? The first thing, if you don't have one good simple edge, you don't need 1,000 indicators to do well in the markets, guys. Really, we don't. It's just simple. My trading system is actually really, really, really simple. What I wait for is I wait for a clear trend. I wait for someone who's clearly in control, either buyers or sellers, because the markets, or there's no one, right? Or there's no one. Now, for me personally, once I see that someone's clearly in control, Then I start to look for a certain pattern, and then I'm looking for an entry bar off that pattern. That's just as simple as that. It really is. Like, I only have 4 or 5 steps in my trading system. It's really, really simple, but it's the highest probability system on the planet. It really is. And I say that with absolute 100% faith and confidence that anyone takes a system based on an A+ setup on the way that I trade the markets, almost every single time you'll generate profits. I can, it's almost every single time. Now, I say almost because you're still going to have, a small percent of the time you're still going to have a losing trade. That's going to be part of the parcel. But I have the highest probability trading system on the planet. Now, highest probability trading system on the planet doesn't equal a lot of trades. It's actually the opposite. The lower your win-loss ratio, the more trades you have. See, someone might have, say, a 60% win-loss ratio, but they have 30 trades a month. Where the higher the win-loss ratio, the less trades. For me personally, I would take a higher success rate with less trades any day over a lower success rate and then with a lot of trades. Because a lower success rate with a lot of trades is going to equal more emotions, more mistakes. You're going to get in at the wrong time. And even some of those winning trades that you shouldn't be part of, you didn't take because you're fearful. And it's just a whole bunch of mess. That's for me personally anyway. I do so much better in waiting for those A+ setups and having the ability to be able to put, a fair whack on these trades, because I know most of these trades are going to work out. And then you need to focus on consistency, discipline, and patience. And then you need to every single month. You need to focus on recording, reviewing, improving. And then also the very last thing is focus on probabilities. Focus on probabilities. The probability in the market there, guys. Probability. Everyone is trying to get every single trade right. Everyone is trying to make money on every single trade. Now, you can do that, meaning most of your trades you can have a success rate, but you've got to wait for a high quality setup, a high quality entry pattern that you take again and again and again and again. That's how it works, and that's how you can truly get ahead in the markets, by doing that. But that is one of the biggest things that stops you. Now, guys, I'm going to finish up here now, but I'm going to leave you with a comment here. And the comment is this. The market's going to be here 12 months, 2 years, 5 years from now. The market's going to be here 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Will you? And so that's one of the biggest things that I've learned in the markets over my time as being a trader, is that in this market for a long time and continue to make money from these markets, then it really comes back down to number 2 and number 3. Focusing on consistency, discipline, and patience, and and still to this day, record, review, and improve. Because in the moment, especially that record, review, and improve, that's all about looking back over your habits. It's like, okay, where am I going wrong here? What am I doing wrong? And it's not about bringing yourself down. It's about being honest so you can break through, so you can start to get on the other side and then start to do really, really well. And this is one of the things that I talk about with my private clients all the time, is about if you want to be in this market for a long time and potentially do really, really well from the markets, like 7 figures plus, like my mentor does, then you really need to start looking at these things in a completely different way. Meaning, think probabilities, meaning you need to record, review, and improve, because I may take 10 trades in a row. In the moment, I don't know what, I can't see what I'm doing. That's why people have coaches, right? But if you don't want a coach, then record, review, and improve. And then what you're looking for is, am I being consistently disciplined and patient? Where do I need to improve on? Am I actually even following a system, or am I just getting in because I think it's a good idea? Ask yourself, are the last 10 trades you've taken, have they been met with some sort of rules that are on every single trade? Or was one trade based on support, the next trade was based on what you think this is going to explode, the next trade you did this because you think this is going to crash, your next trade was this because a YouTube video said so, and so on and so forth. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about, guys, in this session today, to really, really help you guys out and to help you move forward in a big way. Once again, guys, if you are interested in getting access to my trading system and having me as your weekly coach there to help you like this sort of stuff, then just email me, howtrader howtrader@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can fit you in. Also, guys, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you grab your, I got to do, take this off the screen. You grab your free trial and all these 6 bonuses to the Master Trader Lab, mastertraderlab.com. Grab your free trial to that, and you'll be able to get access to all the free bonuses as well too. So let me answer some questions here, guys, and then I will finish up. And then I'll finish up here. So I'm just going to answer some questions. So if you have any questions, guys, put them in the chat box, and then I will answer some questions, and then I'll finish up. So let me just do this here. Alrighty, guys. So let me have a look here. That's exactly right. Yes. Yes, exactly right. Let me show on the chat box there. Show. Yep. Howell, HOWELL, trader@gmail.com. That's exactly right. Yes. No problem. Perhaps. No problem. Yeah. So if you want to inquire about the weekly coaching, then just email me there, and then I'll be able to help you out if that interests you. And also make sure you grab your free trial as well too. Let me answer some questions, guys, and then I'll finish up. Alrighty. So doesn't look like anyone has any questions, which is pretty cool with me. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to finish up right now. I think the internet's slow. I think the internet's pretty slow as well too here. So I'm not sure why, but looks like the internet's pretty slow. So anyway, guys, well, that's it for me today. Have an amazing day, guys. And remember, you can do well for the markets. Just really follow these 4 steps. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later on.